Hello Libra, welcome to the Soulmate Experience. I'm going to be doing your month at a glance, month overview. Um, and this is gonna be encompassing the whole of the month for is it January, February? March. For March. Let's get started. Sorry, I just had a really trippy reading with Aquarius. So let's see. For Libra, March, Lord, what can you tell me for Libra, March? Entirety of Libra, March. Okay. Honeymoon, you deserve love, and separation. Very similar cards, free yourself. Very similar cards to the one I just did for, I think either Taurus or Aquarius. Free yourself, honeymoon, you deserve love. Okay, separation. Free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. With the free yourself, honeymoon says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I don't necessarily read that as being, needing another person. I just see that as needing a break and looking forward to the positivity of life. You deserve love. You are lovable. This is one of the terms I use in my love rituals, in my love spells. I am lovable. I am lovable, I am loved, and I am loving. Those three terms, there's different ways depending on what I want that I use them in my love rituals, and to bring peace as well to people that have been jaded, heart chakra blockage. And then you have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I'm using the romantic angel deck, so it might be conflict. We have conflict here with Aries and the Five of Wands. Aries, the Emperor is about taking charge. The Emperor is about taking charge and taking control of your life. The Emperor could also represent a male figure in your life, Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, that you're having disagreements with. But I'm getting that some of you, especially because of the free yourself and you deserve love and the honeymoon and the separation, it's like some of you are needing to, but that free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. It's making me feel like some of you are having some kind of internal conflict here. The Five of Pentacles, feeling left on the cold. Some of you might be struggling financially as well. The Magician under that, you're creating your reality. I feel like this message, I've already given this message to you guys, I believe. Last month's message was very similar, wasn't it? And yeah, that's sometimes that happens. Like I remember there was a time where I gave Virgo the same message, and this just also happened with Taurus. I gave Virgo the same message for like 4 months. It kept coming up, but that was a very sick situation. Someone was stealing money from Virgo, and as it turns out, someone was stealing money from Virgo. I got a lot of readings out of it. The King of Wands. Action, like I'm getting action, passion also, and confidence. Some of you need to work on your self-confidence and your manifestation ability. Or some of you are working on your self-confidence and your manifestation ability. And that might require you to separate yourself from either the people in your environment, the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and then we have Libra here. Yeah, Nine of Swords, and under that Justice, card of Libra. It's like either, sorry, my neighbor's kids are playing around, so you might hear like people running and screaming and whatnot. I actually really like it, hearing them. Queen of Cups. Let's go deeper. Honeymoon. Give me more. The Star, Aquarius, dreams, wish fulfillment. The Ten of Pentacles, you deserve love. You have everything that you need. And the Six of Cups, separation. Past things, past hurts. The Three of Swords, definitely. Past hurts, past disappointments, past failures that you might have experienced. And the Fool, free yourself. Card of Aquarius. Some of you might also have been dealing with an Aquarius. Card of Aquarius and Aries. Free yourself. But the fact that we have Aquarius twice showing up makes me definitely think of Aquarius healing. And also dream. It's like someone here is repeating a cycle. Like you're going through things and you're repeating them. Oh my God. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really loud for me. Some of you are definitely, but they're little kids, so I don't want to like tell them to keep it down. I remember doing that with my friends when I was younger, in Africa. So some of you are definitely. It's like your past experiences are being haunted you're being haunted by your past experiences, your past disappointments, and it's like you've come to expect that as your norm, and you've come to expect that as your reality. I can swear I had a very similar message to Libra last time. I don't know if it was Libra, but I believe it was Libra. Okay. The Six of Swords, forward movement, guidance. The Ten of Swords, betrayal. So we have two tens there. I wanted one, I got two, so I'm taking both. The Sun and the Ten of Cups. Okay, I'm seeing transmutation happening here. The King of Swords. I'm seeing transmutation. You're needing to go back into your imaginative state. I'm getting transformation. Some of you are needing to adapt and adopt a newer way of thinking. Also, like a childish way of thinking. And it's funny that kids are running around while I'm trying to do this reading. This hasn't happened like the entirety of me I've done like 4 readings today. This hasn't happened, and then all of a sudden I'm doing Libra's reading, and the kids are running around, and I'm feeling like that is something. I just got this idea with the Six of Cups past childhood. It's like you need to go back into a childlike state. In the Bible, I am a Christian. I consider myself a Christian. I believe in Jesus, and I believe in God. I believe that Jesus was, a figure, a spiritual figure. I also believe in other things. So I would say I'm a liberal Christian. But in the Bible, there's this thing. I can't remember. It's been years since I picked up a Bible or I went to church. But I remember there's this passage of something like, if an adult can be a child, how does that go? Jesus says something like, if you can be like a child, heaven, what is it? Okay, I'm remembering one passage where Jesus was chilling on a rock, and children were trying to run up to Jesus, and his disciples stopped him, tried to stop the children. And because I'm getting it's tied to childhood, and it's tied to childhood disappointments, but it's also tied to reinvigorating yourself, going back to a childlike state of dreams and hopes and wishes, which might have been damaged or hurt while you were in childhood. Like, I feel like those children running outside and that carefreeness is the message. I don't know if that's going to make sense, but there's something about those children running outside my doorstep and screaming and being carefree that is tying into this message right now. You know, there's something about this connection here. Some of you are needing to go back into your childhood and investigate when your like for me, I have money karma. One of my big karmas is with finances, and I think it has to do with a past life situation. My South Node being in Gemini, and my North Node being in Sagittarius, which is a free yourself energy as well. But I'm getting my karma really starts from childhood. Born to a single mother, a teenage single mother. I almost died. Maybe I'm getting too personal here, but I almost died several times because of malnutrition. My mom's a Sagittarian, and she told me very recently, we're having a conversation, and she told me, there were some times that I would cry all night long because I had no food. Kicked out of the house, my mom was when she had me, so we're homeless, so I have a lot of my karma it goes all the way into childhood, and I've watched how that has played out over time in my life, and me always wanting to struggling between my passions and my financial stability, and even just a few months ago, you guys can go back just a few months ago when I stopped doing tarot around September, or even September, August area, I had a lot of financial struggles, and I talked about that and I shared that on the channel. So my karma is very strongly tied to finances, and I think I was like, oh, I don't know, like a trick, like one of those people that dupe people. I don't know how, a 419 in West Africa we call it 419. Like one of those people that dupes people out of money. And I have very strong money karma, which I believe I have really worked on and I'm working on still till today, And I've always find that right from childhood, I have been struggling financially, to find stability, to find, whatever. Like I'm always in a place where I feel like I'm struggling financially. But because I've been working a lot on changing my thought, first of all, of understanding why it's happening, and then changing my thought process, which is what I see that some of you are doing and some of you are needing to do. Because I get that some of you your karma is tied with family and not feeling loved and not feeling deserving. Like you feel like you're not deserving of things, whether financial things or emotional. But there's an energy here of feeling like you're not deserving, which makes me wonder, is it because usually when people have karma like this, it would be either they were not very self-aware in the past life, or even maybe in this lifetime, but they were not self-aware, or they were subjugative, meaning that they tried to force people to conform. That would be Taurian energy of the Hierophant. Or either you were the one forcing people to conform to a state, even though they were not happy being there or living that kind of life. You would have been like a preacher or something of that, like one of those like really old way of thinking type of preachers. This was not how I expected this reading to go. I'm sorry, but this is what I'm getting. It's like you would have been one of those old thinking type of preachers. Women can't wear that, men can't wear that. Or and very snipey and punishing of people and gossiping of people that did, or that didn't go, by the status quo. Or you would have been one of the people that went by the status quo too much, where even though you were not happy in your life or in your marriage, or with whatever it was you were given, you just figured out you had to deal with it, like that was just the life, and you just accepted that fate as your fate. So it's either one of those things. I'm getting like some of you are dealing with karma that as pertaining to being subjugated. It's to subjugation. Your karma has to do with subjugation. Again, either you were subjugative or you were one of the subjugated. Because there's this energy of not deserving of love, or not deserving of the better things, or not deserving of, like you feel like you were, like there's this energy of not feeling deserving of things. And that, remember earlier I was talking about how when I write my love spells, or when I write healing spells, or just in general spells, because even when I do my curse breaking spells, I would write I am free, and that's to bring into that idea. In this card we have you are lovable, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles of abundance, but then we have the 10 of Swords of betrayal. So some of you are struggling a lot with self-confidence and feeling subjugated, and just accepting things that come your way as what they are without trying to fight them or trying to think a different way. And you're needing to heal that karma and heal that energy, and go for your passions. I know everybody says that, but shit, go for your passions. Go for what you want. Go for what makes you happy. Go for what is healing to you and for you. That's very important. Should we be aware of the community we're in? Absolutely. You are your brother's keeper, you are your sister's keeper, whether you know it or not. But should you forsake yourself for the sake of others and what people will think? Absolutely not. And I always say this, that's the worst kind of karma a person can have. When you do wrong to yourself is the worst kind of karma a person can have. I don't know if that's gonna make sense, but I believe to whom it applies to is gonna apply to. I always say this: not every reading is for everybody, and I'm not one of those readers that's always gonna talk about love. And even though my channel is based on this channel is called the Soulmate Experience because it's based on karma. The soulmate experience, karma, soulmate relationships. Karma. And another thing I'm noticing, we have this star here, and in this deck we have this person leading. And this woman has like a treasure box, and this person has a halo over their head, and they're kind of leading them. And the Six of Swords usually, tarot readers will say, it signifies coming out of stormy waters. And another thing I'm noticing here, the Six of Swords, numerologically speaking, we have the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. That makes a 16. Numerologically speaking, that's a 7. So that's a Seven of Swords. Betrayal and subjugation. Mental manipulation as well. Some of you have been either you've been subjected to, like I keep getting that. You've been subjugated a lot in your life. Or even going into a past life with the star, definitely. And that becomes your karma. Or you were a subjugating person or subjugative person, bending other people. But this Six of Cups, this star, is making me feel like it goes beyond this lifetime. It even goes to some of you into a past lifetime. You might want to work with what spirit is it I'm thinking about. I believe Yeliel or no, it's not Yeliel. Yeliel, Yeliel. I believe it's Yeliel. I know Raziel works well with karma, and I know Yeliel also works. No, Yeliel. Sorry, some of these angels, their names. These spirits, their names are confusing to me. And I also know some shaitan spirits that work well with karma. But I always say I don't send people to shaitan spirits unless they really know what they're doing. Let me see, I'm trying to Google it. I believe it's either Yeliel or Yeliel that works great with karma. Raziel definitely works with karma. So you might want to work with one of those to help you through your karmic release and your healing process. Yeah, guardian angel Yeliel also teaches you about karma. Everything happening to you is your karmic choice. Yeah, okay, so I was right. It's Yeliel. Yeliel, I believe, works with fame and I believe Yeliel is more like fame, renown, confidence. I actually, when I did my curse breaking on my channel, because someone had cursed my channel to I believe another tower reader had cursed my channel to, I'm not going to call any names, I don't want the drama, to stop me from progressing because I was moving pretty fast. I started the channel within a year, I had like 15,000, and then it stopped and everything started receding. And I also understand that was part of my karma as well and part of my thinking. But when I did my curse breaking ritual, and I actually dealt with Yeliel, and I told not Yeliel, Yeliel, God damn it, and I and I told to help me progress, and instantaneously I was close to 10,000. I'd lost like 5,000 fans within the span of like 3 months. And then all of a sudden, I went back into the 11,000s, closer to the 12,000s, and I'm progressing as I'm going along. So that's one. Yaeliel works well with, getting your name out there. If you have a business and you want to attract people, and Yaeliel will work well at getting your name out there and helping you progress, and making you well known. Kind of pretty much like give you a spotlight. But Yeliel will help you very well with your karma, and Raziel also would help you well with your karma. Anyways, I'm gonna stop it right here because I have like 3 or 4 more readings to do. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you want a private reading, check the description box down below. If you want a private reading, check the description box down below. And if you want a ritual, check the description box down below. I don't mean just read the email, because I know the email is first, but I have a whole list of information there. All you have to do, it takes points 5 seconds to click show more, and and it gives you all the information you need to know down below, in the description box. Pricing, stages, whatever else. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Stay blessed. I wish you the best. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye.